Buffalo, 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 Buffalo fanatics, Buffalo fanatics, Buffalo fanatics, Buffalo fanatics, Buffalo, 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 Buffalo fanatics, Buffalo fanatics, Buffalo fanatics, Buffalo fanatics. It's the Rico Report, knocking at your door. Say it with your chest, best believe that we blessed, yeah. It's the Rico Repo knocking at your door. Say it with your chest, best believe that we blessed, yeah. Go Bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. Y'all see what it is behind me. Folks, we got a show for you today, man. I'm feeling some type of way. Today because I got things I want to talk about. Like, you guys know what it is. The running back position is near and dear to my heart, but I ain't trying to talk about that today because today is linebacker talk day. And that in itself is going to prove, you know what I'm saying? So some people are going to have some things to say. They're in their feelings about certain things, right? More specifically, our guy, Tremaine Edmunds, right? But we're going to get into it. So, folks, welcome to another edition. I'm also going to be joined by a special guest today. And I'm super excited, and I hope that you guys welcome my guest with a warm, I guess, virtual applause, if you will. But before I do, I wanna give a shout out to each and every one of you guys tuned in, whether you guys are coming from overseas or, you know what I'm saying, out Asia or Africa, wherever you guys are coming from, United States, Canada. Yo, salute to you guys for tuning in. We've been doing this BF thing for years, man. I think we started this thing in 2012, 2013-ish, and we still rocking, man. So it's crazy that we still rocking, we still here, man. So salute to you guys. You guys have been rocking with us for a long time, and there's a lot of long-time Bills fanatics, folks, that are here. So it doesn't go unnoticed. So it's much appreciated. You guys are tuning in, and we got to keep it rocking, man. We got to keep it rocking. Today, I'm not going to just do this show by myself. I'm going to be joined by a special guest, a new guest, someone that's not been on the show ever, but he's familiar with BF. He's familiar with the show. We've just added a new member to the team. And I'll tell you this, man. Energy is another. And I'm not going to talk anymore, man. Let me bring in my man, Rev, Rated Rev.
Yo. What's happening, Rico, my brother, man? Hey, bro, I'm glad to be here with you guys, man. I'm fired up, dog.
Hey,
how you been?
Fired up is an understatement because there's some topics we're going to talk about today that's going to fire you up. It might fire you. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Hey,
you and I, we share the same opinions on a lot of things. And one specific topic, we share a lot of opinions. So we're going to be bouncing things off each other. But
let's do it.
We're not going to get into that chatter just yet.
I understand.
But we're going to
step on some toes, man.
Hey, we're definitely going to step on some toes. Hear me out, though. But there's some news around the league. And we got to talk about it. And first and foremost, how dare I? This is the second time I've done this. And I don't like to do that. I am chewing gum on the mic. That is the number one thing you don't do is you chewing gum on the mic. Never do that. But here I am correcting myself on the mic. And here we go.
Your breath smells good, though. Your breath is
Listen,
fresh.
man, fresh to death. Let's go. Here's the deal. We might as well get into it.
Man. Hey, Rick, hold on, Rick. Wait. First, we got to tell all the fanatics, man. You guys got to smash that like, man.
Smash
those likes. Get up in there. You all know how it is, right? Get up in there.
Get on it.
Get up in there, man. Smash it.
Smash the like. Do me a favor. Smash that like. Not even smash that like. Subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed and you've already done it, or you haven't, do that. And then click that little bell that allows you to know when we're live and ready to get this thing going. By the way, shout out to Wifey. Wifey's in the chat. What up,
what up, Wifey?
She said she's going to come down and say hi later on. So we'll see if she's bluffing or she's talking.
There we go.
Talking that ish. But anyway, news today. This has been lingering since last year. Mr. DeShaun Watson. Hold on. We can't do this show unless we got the banner down proper. You know what I'm saying? We got to have the banner down proper.
Hey, there it is.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Here's the deal. Deshaun Watson. It's a sensitive topic for a lot of folks.
Man.
Some folks are like, man, get this man back on the field. I don't give a damn all that stuff's going on. Some folks are like, get this guy under the jail. He's a piece of work. He's this, that, and the third. Right. Well, folks, the verdict is in. He went to court. They didn't indict him. He's not on any criminal charges. He's allowed to now resume his career. Now, is he unscathed? No. But he's probably going to be suspended, right? I think Ben Roethlisberger gotten some ish back in the day, something similar, and I think he got suspended a few games, 6 games or something like that. I think who was it? Zeke Elliott was in some kind of mess. He got suspended a few. I mean, so he's not without games that he'll have to sit on the sideline, right? We know that's going to happen, but it is that aside, it's big for the league that he's back.
Oh, no doubt.
How are you feeling that? Doesn't the league feel better now that Deshaun Watson is now amongst the quarterbacks that are going to be playing, competing?
Man, no doubt. Because I mean, look, like everything aside, when you just look at the talent of this guy, I mean, it's unparalleled, man. I mean, Bills, we saw it firsthand, right, a few years ago in the playoffs. This guy is phenomenal, man. And so, whenever this man steps on the field, you got to talk about him like in the top 10 conversation of quarterbacks in this league 100%. Right now. 100%. No 100%. Doubt. Like even a year off, Deshaun Watson is still that dude. And so that's why like you hear rumblings of teams are just like waiting to get this guy. They're waiting in line. They've been waiting for all of this stuff to clear up so that way they can get their hands on him. And look, Deshaun Watson is a phenomenal player, man. Like I remember, I think a couple years ago, we even had like debates about, like, do you take Deshaun Watson over Josh Allen? Like who would you prefer?
Don't get people started because they're implementing me heavy in that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that I would take Deshaun Watson over Josh Allen.
Like, dude,
they lost their mind on me.
Come on, man. Like let's be real about it though. Deshaun Watson is that dude, man. Like you can't even knock it. And so like I'm excited about Deshaun Watson on the field, bro. Like this is
let me tell you this though. I will say this though. With Deshaun coming back, I think it's better. It's best for the league. I think it's great for the league. I just hope he doesn't go to the AFC because the AFC is already challenged enough. The AFC West is already challenged enough, and then you're going to try to bring Deshaun Watson back in the AFC. I want nothing to do with him. Now, who is the loser in all of this? Who is the loser in all of this when you think about it? I don't know if you know where my mind is at. Mm-hmm. There's a loser in this with Deshaun that has something to do with Deshaun Watson. Who is the loser in all of this?
Who's the Texans?
You're reading my mind.
The Texans?
No.
Who you talking about?
Let's go to the NFC.
Hold on a second.
I'm gonna just tell you right now.
No, you talking about the Commanders?
Hey,
the
Commanders took help.
The Commanders are mad right now.
They've got to be mad. Let me tell you something.
They are all in their feelings, Reek, because look, they were all in on Deshaun Watson. They were just waiting, but bro, they couldn't be patient, and so now they're stuck with Carson Wentz, right? And then as soon as they signed this brother, here come Deshaun Watson, cleared right of everything, and now they're sitting there with egg on their face. I know they mad. I know they in their feelings. You
gotta be super mad. It's like you go to a dealership. And you're looking for the car that you want. You look for the car that you want. And they said, man, just listen, there's a factory order coming in. Somebody ordered, but they canceled it. It's going to be in. I don't know when, but it should be in shortly. But you just needed that car right now, right? Yeah. And you drove off with a used car, 30% lost off and then right when you're driving off the lot, here comes the brand new car that you're waiting for, waving you bye-bye. And you said
you already signed the contract.
And then they didn't even fill your tank up. So now you got to go gas on top of that. That'll get you.
They're hurting, man. They are hurting right now. They are hurting. They're hurting, man. But
Carson Wentz to the damn Washington Commanders. Now, listen, did Carson Wentz is he washed? Does he still have it?
Reek, man, look, that's tough, man, because it's hard to throw away a guy who was a first-round pick that has talent, but dude, he just hasn't looked good. Right? He just hasn't looked good, man, in the last couple of years. And I don't think he's been himself since Philly when he got injured and he had to sit back and watch Foles like win his championship. Like after that, he was done. Like he just could not recover from that. And I think a lot of it has to do with confidence. But I don't know, man, because last year, I mean, you're sitting there with Frank Reich, right? That's the quarterback guru. I mean, they had some weapons. They had some weapons, and the dude just like he just fell on his face. And so, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's gonna be hard to see. It's gonna be hard.
And we might be talking ish, because there was a time where they thought, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to compare him to Fitzy, but you know what I mean? Fitzy's just a washed up dude, and Fitzy comes in and does some good things. Who's my man's that won a Super Bowl with the Rams? What's my man? Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was some washed dude, no good. New scenario, comes in, goes in with the Rams and wins the Super Bowl. I mean, there's stranger things have happened. But man, Carson Wentz to the Washington Commanders.
Dude, I can't even get used to saying the name Commanders, man. It just sounds weird.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cap. My man Dylan Stahl comes in and says, even if Washington waited, doesn't mean DeShaun would have waived his no trade clause for Washington. They have nothing but a nice defense. Would have made sense. It would have made no sense for him. You know what? That's a great point, Dylan, because he does have a no trade clause, and that is the key thing about Deshaun Watson. And his situation right now is he's in control, if you will, right? Because they could have did him dirty and sent him somewhere to die, like they did. That. Who went to the Browns and they sent him? They said, "Yo, f you, we're gonna send you to the Browns." Was our receiver? Landry? He tried to play it off from the Dolphins. He went to the Dolphins and he went to Landry. Landry. They said Landry to die in Cleveland. But you know what I mean? He kind of gave the resurgence somewhat, right? Bit. So this case, they would have sent Deshaun Watson somewhere to die, but he has the choice. Yeah. So
I'm glad he did that too.
Where will he go? Sorry, where do you think he wants to go? I think that's the best thing.
All right, look, I'm gonna give it to you like this, Rick. Look, so we already knew that he wanted to be in Miami with Brian Flores.
Yep,
we know that. And so where is Flores right now?
Well, he's
sitting there with the Steelers.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? And so I think that's real enticing. When you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, you look at the team, you look at the culture of that team. If you add a guy like Deshaun Watson to that offense, there's no more rebuilding, right? They're not in quarterback purgatory.
Off the bat, contenders.
Off the bat, they are what, AFC North like champions. Like I'm talking about they're like there with the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Like they're back with Deshaun Watson on that team.
Listen,
the question is, where will he go?
Could you imagine the AFC North? Check this out. You got Deshaun Watson. You got Lamar Jackson. You got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. That North is no joke.
It's gonna be, man. It's tight, man. It's a gauntlet if you put Deshaun Watson in there.
And then you put Deshaun Watson. You got Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
Right. You got that what's his name? Eberflum. What's that? Not Eberflum. Pat Freiermuth. Tight end.
Who's nice.
Freiermuth. You got my man from Alabama that's running the rock.
Yes, sir. Najee
Harris out there.
Don't touch on it, Rick.
Fam, the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got TJ Watt on the other side. The Pittsburgh Steelers would be a problem if Deshaun Watson goes there. They're instant contenders off the rip.
Legit problem. And the rest of the AFC already knows it. They know it. They, like Deshaun Watson is a beast. He's dangerous. You put him on that team, it's gonna be lights out. And I'm just glad though. I mean, I know we don't want to see him in the AFC, but I'm glad like I want a lot of competition in these divisions where they just beat each other up. They beat each other up, right? And so the Bills are sitting nice and pretty in the East, you know what I'm saying? And it gives us a better position in the playoffs. And we can't like escape this without talking about the AFC West.
Oh, let's
also because that division right there.
Listen, let me listen. We might as well let's put a pin in this Deshaun Watson talk. So Deshaun Watson, no charges, no criminal charges. Yeah. So he's now got a weight lifted off his shoulders, like a heavy weight. And right now he's in control, right? And there's two things that will happen. Either he remains in control, or the Texans are like, you play for us or you sit. That's pretty much what it's going to come down to. But it'd be foolish for the Texans to let him sit and get nothing. You might as well get something for him now because he's honest. And allegedly,
he's not.
There are teams that are interested in this man to come through. So Deshaun Watson, good on him that he's got all that mess behind him and he can continue with life. I know some people are still upset. They feel like he should be under the jail and he should be this and he this, that, and the third. But guess what? The facts are the facts. He's off.
Man is innocent. He's off.
The man is innocent. They said, hey, not enough to convict him. Let him be. Period.
It is what it is, man. You just gotta let him go. You gotta move on. You gotta move on.
And speaking of moving on, let's move on all the way. Let's go west. Let's go west. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We got the AFC West.
Oof.
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
Talk about it.
Yo, Russell Wilson.
Talk about it.
Derek
Come on, man.
That division of quarterbacks is going to be a problem.
That's deadly.
Oh,
like,
my gosh.
Like, that's the gauntlet. And let me say this, Rick. Look, could that be the reason why Aaron Rodgers decided, you know what? I'm just going to stay right here in Green Bay. Like, I don't want no parts of that division because, look, he's had a cakewalk in the AFC North for years. And he's looking over there like, I know the Broncos were trying to lure him in there by bringing in Nate Hackett in there to try to lure him in. Aaron Rodgers looking like, look, he peeking over there, Rick, like this. I see Mahomes. I see this. I see that. Nah, fam, I'm straight. I'm gonna stay right here. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here and get this money and come back and you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want no part of Mahomes. He didn't want no part of that. And so now when you look at the AFC West, my brother is a Chargers fan and he's sick to his stomach right now.
Oof.
He's sick. Well, now he is sick, bro. Because you insert Russell Wilson. Look, that team is already Super Bowl caliber on paper.
Let's talk about it. So he's going to the Denver Broncos, right?
Yeah.
So Denver Broncos, they got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jersey.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got Javonte Williams running the rock in the backfield.
Don't forget
Tim Patrick. You got Hamler. Is it Hamler?
Yeah.
KJ Hamler?
Yeah.
Yo.
Tim Patrick.
He's got a bevy of receivers. He's got a bevy of weapons that he can listen. It's gonna be a problem.
He's got a stable of weapons, man, and that's all Denver was waiting on was a legit quarterback because the team was there, and they got the defense too. Like their defense is legit. So now Russell Wilson coming in there, bro. Look, he's just gonna be just left and right.
We gotta just listen. We are in the position. Like I don't want to say we are going to be the Patriots team, but I mean we're trending that way. We got 2 division titles under our belt. If we just continue to just win our division every single year, we'll be in the dance. Everything like you said, let these cats beat up on each other. Do what you guys got to do.
Let them do it, Rick. There, we got to focus on the East, man. We can't look. We got to put blinders on. And as long as we win the East, we're good. But dog, it's gonna be hard, man. Now looking over there, the West.
And listen, I can't even leave the West because there's more news. There's more news. And by the way, shout out to my man. You know what I'm saying? Kiwi fella is giving the mics because he's liking what we're talking about right now.
Yo, good looking out, brother.
Man, Kiwi, like, what up? So we're gonna stay in the West, man, because how you win the game is they always say it's in the what? How do you win the games? Is between the what?
In the trenches.
In the trenches.
Come on,
right?
man.
Speaking of the trenches, speaking of the trenches, they brought some of the Chargers. Didn't stop. Not only did they have Joey Bosa on one side of the line, they got Khalil Mack. The Khalil Mack at 31 years of age. I don't care what anybody tells me. He's at least got 3 to 4 years of solid football left.
Easily.
The Chargers?
And he ain't got to work too hard because he got Joey Bosa on the other side. God. Dude, so he's not the main dude, right? Like he was in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So like all the attention, a lot of attention was on him when he was in Chicago. Now he's sharing the wealth. You know what I'm saying? With Joey Bosa, bro. That
head coach. This is the beauty of these guys that have played other places and have played with some good players. Staley, I think was it Staley, the head coach Staley over there.
Yeah.
He has some familiarity with my man Khalil Mack. So he was able to lure his ass over to the Chargers. So you got Bosa on one side, Khalil on the other side.
Yeah.
You got James in the backfield.
Oh man, Derwin James, bro. Look, and they got a gang, and they got a gang of cash.
Bro, they got what's that linebacker's name? K9. He goes by K9. That was nice.
I can't. His name is. I know he's from OU. From OU.
Yes, you know exactly.
Look at yeah.
It's gonna come to me right now. It's not coming to me,
bro. They got Murray. Is it Kenneth Murray?
You got me saying Kenneth Murray. Kenneth.
You guys help me on the chat, man. I know his last name is Murray.
It is Murray, but you got me saying Murray.
Keith Murray? I don't know. Some Murray, but y'all know who I'm talking about. But he's nice
too.
Bro.
Yo, Murray's a bum. Yo, stop and get money. Stop that nonsense, man. But nonetheless, the AFC West is going to be
stacked, man.
Yo, it's gonna be fun, man.
No doubt.
Kenneth Murray. Okay, I was right. It was Kenneth Murray.
Okay.
Yo, that is gonna be a deadly. Listen, man. AFC West. Salute to y'all. It's gonna be a problem over there. AFC North, salute to y'all. It's gonna be a problem over there. So, man, the AFC, The conference is just
AC's
crazy.
gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, man. And isn't that the reason why like we wanted the Bills, like the window, man, like the window is I don't want to say closing, but the competition is getting closer and closer, man. That's why we have to take advantage of these windows and these opportunities that we have. We can't be fooling around with these bogus, you know what I'm saying, coaching stuff. I can't bring it back up, Rick. I'm finna get my feelings again, bro. But
don't get your feelings, man. We're gonna get into it. So here we're gonna move on because we are moving on, but we're gonna stay on the defensive side of the ball because rumors. Right? Oh, yeah. Rumor has it. Ooh. So rumors, you got me singing Adele right here. So we got some rumors out here. So the word is Chandler Jones is trying to make a decision. Money seems to not be an issue. It's not about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's about, I guess, putting himself in a position where he can get a championship.
Yes.
Clearly he sees he ain't gonna get that with my little man.
No, he ain't getting that.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna leave that alone. But Chandler Jones has an opportunity. Apparently, it's between the Bills and the Broncos.
Yeah.
Could you see him fitting with the Bills?
100%. 100,000 billion. I don't care. Infinite. He'll fit. He's a future Hall of Fame defensive end, bro. In my book, 107.5 career sacks. He's 32. This dude is a monster, man. Like, I don't care what nobody says. He had 10.5 sacks last year. And by the way, our sack leader, Mario Addison, had 7. Yep. And we had like 9 sacks combined between him and Jerry Hughes, but I digress. So this guy right here at 32 was getting 10.5 like in his sleep, you know.
I hear you.
And you look at the talent, bro. If he comes to the Buffalo Bills, this guy is ridiculously good. He will bring instant impact to the D line, like off the top. And we know that Sean McDermott and Leslie Frazier, they value those free agents, right? Those guys, because they got young lions already. They got Groot, they got Basham, they got Epinesa. They need that vet. And I don't think, Rick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's Addison and Hughes anymore. I think you insert a guy of this caliber into this defensive line, and you're going to unlock the potential of Groot and these young guys. You're going to unlock the potential of Ed Oliver. The defensive line is going to go off the chart, off the rail. This guy right here, man, look, and I put out a vid. You guys saw it. Look, I'm going under, man, 10 sacks. If this guy hits the Buffalo Bills, forget it. Forget about it. At least 10 sacks. The guy's going to eat. He's going to eat, man.
My man, John Sarah, what was this? Sarah Yvonne? I think I'm saying Yvonne. He says, yo, where you from, Rev?
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, I'm from Texas, bro. I'm over here in Texas where we do everything big, man. I'm over here in far West Texas.
I like it.
Far West Texas.
Yes, sir. So like, let's talk about this Chandler Jones, man. So I'm looking at Chandler, right? I'm looking at his history. I'm looking, okay, so is he consistent? What does he do? Like, what's happening right now? So, right. So obviously we know he played in New England. In New England, he gave us fits, man. Second year in the league, 11.5 sacks. Right? Fourth year in the league, 12.5 sacks. Dude, then he went on a run, right? 12.5 sacks, 11 sacks. Then he had a monster year in 2017 with 17 sacks, right? So he was all pro first team. Like, dude was nice, Pro Bowler and everything, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes 2018, 13 sacks. Then he had another monster year with Arizona. Had 19 sacks. Fam,
exploded.
How do you ignore someone like that? And the question is,
you can't. Rico, you
willing to pay him? That's what it comes down to. And he says it's not about money. So if it's about situation,
yes. Come on, look.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Because I know where you're going. All right,
go ahead.
Check it out. Look. This guy, this look, he's already made some money, right? And so I think at this stage in his career, he's looking for a ship, man. He wants to win that championship. And what better place to win the championship than to come back home to Buffalo? You know the guys from Rochester. So he's already eyeing the Buffalo Bills. He gets a chance to come back home and win a championship. I think he's going to take a discount. And look, people they like to look at the cap numbers and look at, average annual salary and all that kind of stuff. But look, at the end of the day, none of that stuff really matters as far as the cap is concerned. They can fit the money into the cap situation. So as long as we can get his dollar amount right there in the cap, he's good. They may push some stuff back to further years. They may give him bonuses. I don't know how they can work it, but Brandon Beane can do it. Do whatever you got to do, but get this man on the field.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. We don Brandon Beane big baller Beane, right?
Yes.
Because, you know what I mean, he's making big deals and he's, you know what I mean, making nice deals for the team. But this year, I don't think it's going to be big baller Beane. I think it's going to be bargain bin Beane. Beane's going to be waiting for, you know what I'm saying, some of these big cats to get signed up, and then he's going to scoop in, and now it's bargain bin. He's going to be looking to make the deal on the cheaper dudes and so on and so forth. Now, if we can try to lure and try to get Chandler Jones, I'm taking that. If I have to pay this man, you know what I'm saying, 8, 9 mil, you know what I'm saying? What, he's 30, 31, 32 years of age?
Dude, he's still young. He's still young. Listen, he's younger than Jerry Hughes.
He's a young buck to me. He's 31 years of age. So I'd be willing to pay that. I mean, we just paid Jerry Hughes 11.
Bro, look, him and Addison, 10.5 mil at least a piece.
Disgusting.
For 9 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude. I love Chandler Jones, man. I'm a stand on the table, pound my fist for Chandler Jones. Look, I think Brandon Beane has been shopping in the basement for a long time. These bargain deals here and there. I think right now, like especially after last year getting that close and losing, and then now you're looking at the landscape of the AFC and how teams are shifting and moving, and the competition is getting closer. You can't afford to be too conservative right now. I get they have cap situations, right? But if you can make it work, I'm willing to take a risk on a player of that caliber than sitting on my, you know what, and just trying to be conservative and say, well, you know what, I'm just going to go to the draft and we'll see what happens.
Okay, now let me get you in your feelings. Are you ready for this?
Come on,
let me get you in. Let's rev up.
Come on,
in his feelings right now.
All right,
because there are some folks that are like, I ain't trying to go after Chandler Jones. He's going to cost too much. I ain't trying to go after this guy. He's going to cost too much. You know what? I'd rather bring Jerry Hughes back. I said, oh. So if you're going to bring Jerry Hughes back, how much are you willing to pay Jerry Hughes? You just paid that man next to $10, $11 million last year. Yeah. He gave you 2 sacks, 2.5 sacks. So you're trying to bring him back. What do you think you're going to get from him bringing him back with changing nothing? How much are you going to pay him? I said, and I put it out there, $6 million? Absolutely. In a heartbeat. I wanted to hurl. I said, fam, you can't do that. You're going to give this man $6 million? You better stop that mess.
Stop that nonsense.
Nah, I can't do that, man. But no, don't get me wrong now. Respect Jerry Hughes, the longest tenured Bill. You got to respect it. If they bring him back, it would have to be for much less than that. It has to be for much less than that.
It had to be close to a vet minimum, dude, for me. Like, at this stage of his career, like,
and he still play.
I don't know, Rick. Like, look, I know a lot of guys, like, they like to use this whole pass rush win rate thing, you know, as a defense for my man. But look, he ain't performing. He's not producing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care anything about this pass rush win rate if at the end of the day you can't sack a guy, especially in the AFC when we got dogs who can run. Like, they got legs. That's not going to help. I need somebody who can get the guy on the ground. And as good as Jerry Hughes has been for this team, he just can't finish. He can't finish like you give him the ball, you got the leg, and he's right there, and boom, you know, brick. You're like, I can't do it.
You just said it. You got to what? You got to finish. And we don't have enough finishers, man. We don't have enough Mortal Kombat players on this team.
Finish him.
Finish him. That's exactly what we don't have. We need some Mortal Kombat cats. We need that. We need freaking, you know what I'm saying, Sub-Zero.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? We need them cats to commit it. Katana. We need some cats to commit and handle business. You know what I'm saying? If you're not handling business, we got problems.
Bro, can you imagine what would have happened? And I hate to rehash this, but just indulge me for a second. Can you imagine what would have happened if in the divisional round against the Chiefs, if we had a guy who could finish? Because we saw in the first half, we saw Mahomes, you know, the pass rush is coming, dude escapes, he's running around doing circles, and he's taking off down the field. Oh, but Jerry Hughes, man, he leads the team in pass rush win rate. But this dude is running 20 yards down the field. Like, I need a guy who can finish it.
Good.
Give me a challenge. Come on, finish it, man.
That's what it comes out to. By the way, we're going to take a little break here because my man Brandon Terry says, yo, I love this man's energy, Rico. Great pickup. Listen, man.
Hey, shout out, Brandon.
Rev's been watching. He's been seeing this for a long time, man. He's just been grooming. And he knows the game, man. He came in ready to roll. And we're so glad to have him on, man, and a positive energy on that. So salute to my man, Brandon, for that comment. I got a comment coming in from Marshall Parker. What up, Marsh? Marsh says, yo, I disagree, Rico. Being that close to the Super Bowl, I think Bean goes all in, especially now that you have Josh Allen contract out the way. It's go time. Yes and no, because now my man Josh Allen's contract, I believe, kicks in next year.
It kicks in next year.
It kicks in next year. So this is where we have to be careful in what we do. Now, is Brandon Beane gonna get us some garbage on this team? Absolutely not. He doesn't want that. He's as hungry as ever to get this championship. He's sick to his stomach that we weren't in the Super Bowl, and everybody and their mama knows. On my mama, everyone knows.
Come on my mama, man. Like, bro, come on,
everyone
man.
knows that we should have won that. We should have won that game. We
Hands
would have
down.
beat the Bengals, and we would have took care of the Rams. But
Easily.
woulda, coulda, shoulda. We ain't there. So appreciate the comment coming in from a man, Mr. Marshall Parker. And here it goes. So speaking, so Chandler Jones, I mean, to me, I like it. And now it's going to be a matter of really just finding the funds, trying to move things around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take some money from the checkings account, put in the savings account, move that around, move some things around. You got to move some furniture around, right?
They can work it, man. He can work it. If the Saints can do it, the Bills
there's
can do it.
ways around it all.
There's ways around it. The ways around the cat.
For sure, man. My man John Yodas, Triple OG John Yodas comes in and says, hey, sometimes you got to forget savings for the minimal production and make everyone else hard. Everyone else has to work harder. Absolutely. I mean, at this point, everyone should see where we ended up last year, right? We had them in our groups. And if you don't come in motivated as ever to work your tail off to get back to where you are, because now there's a standard that's been placed. We now have a standard. And you know what? We have to keep the standard up. We can't sit here and give 4 years of solid play, of consistent going to the playoffs, and then all of a sudden we're going to poo-poo the bed. We're not going to poo-poo the bed. We got to keep it going. We got to keep that, what they say, the fastball. We got to keep that fastball going, and that's what we're going to do. By the way, we got 204 people watching right now. Salute each and every one of y'all. You guys are here. Salute to y'all. But listen, man, I got something to say to y'all, because if you guys have not had an opportunity to go ahead and download our BF Network app, I'm telling you guys right now, it is addicting. I'm sitting here looking at every scenario there is of how we can get this team better. And here's the better part. We are updating the cap. The updates are coming. So right now, it'll give you a better idea of what we can do in the cap. You are essentially Brandon Beane. You are the GM. You are making the decisions. Now, if you guys have no idea what I am talking about, folks, stand still, relax yourself, and listen to this.
Overdrive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is, man. It's the BF Network. Y'all better recognize and go get that.
Come on, man.
This is not just for Buffalo Fanatics viewers and fans and supporters. This is for all Bills fans, period. Whether you don't like me, you hate me. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But because you love the Bills, grab that app. Try to play it out and be the best GM that you can, and show love and support. Yeah, man. Download that app and have some fun, man. Rev, have you played around with it? Have you done?
Bro, I play with that thing all day, every day, man. Look, no cap. Like, the thing I love most about this app, man, is you get the chance to be GM. Like there's other apps and other places that you can go where you get to do your mock drafts and all that kind of stuff. But bro, to actually have the opportunity to be like, I've got to cut this dude, or I got to make this kind of cap. Like that changes the game right there. And so you can't be so like, oh, I want everybody, when it doesn't really make financial sense. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get in the seat, bro, and actually finally have to make those decisions. That's dope.
That's big facts, because even then there's guys who are like, oh, I like him. I don't want to cut him, but he saves me $2.5 million. Gotta cut. You know what I mean? There's things that you got to do, right? So go ahead and download that app, you guys. I promise you guys will enjoy it. And not only that, it's the one-stop shop for everything Buffalo Fanatics when it comes to articles. Our guys are banging out articles left, right, center. If you want to look at getting merch, the merch is right there. It's literally the one-stop shop for everything you need. IG, Twitter, all that is right there. And when you are done creating your team, do me a favor, screenshot that, share it on Twitter, and tag me, tag Rev, tag the whole Buffalo Fanatics, and let's see what's good. My man knows what's
up.
Man.
You gotta get it, man.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. So we're gonna listen, man. There's one more rumor before we get into the POP. All right. And this is one rumor that I am thoroughly paying attention to. Tight end from the New York Giants, Evan Engram. There are rumors that Evan Engram, you know what I'm saying? The Bills potentially have eyes on Evan Engram.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something else? Having Dawson Knox and Evan Engram on your squad. Man, that would be something. I know people are like, man, but he drops the ball left, right, and center.
Oh, man.
We just dealt with Dawson Knox dropping balls, and now he's catching everything paused. So here we are. You know what I'm saying? Evan Engram could potentially be a Bill fan. How would this offense change with Evan Engram?
Rick, look, if you get Evan Engram on this offense, man, look, it's going to change the dynamic of the offense, like no doubt. Man. I get it. Look, he can't catch or he's got brick for hands. Look, we said the same thing about Dawson Knox until he couldn't catch until he could. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know about Evan Engram. Bring him to the Buffalo Bills, and look, if anything else, have Dawson take him to tight end you with him. If it worked for Dawson, you know what I'm saying? Like I believe it's gonna work for Evan. Look, but look, all jokes aside, though, that guy's got talent, man. And he ran with like a 4.4. I think he was like, dude, this was like ran as fast as McKenzie.
That's what they say. And McKenzie was a 4.3 guy.
Dude. Shit. You bring this guy, and he's a matchup nightmare. He's got speed for days. He can catch the ball. Okay, look, he's gonna catch it. I think he'll be all right. But you add him to the dynamic with Dawson Knox, and then you've got my man Diggs, and then you got Davis, and then you got whoever else they had. Look, Josh is gonna have weapons for days, and teams are not gonna know what to do with it.
Listen, it's gonna be a matchup nightmare. Now, here's the thing. Now, what the one signing that we did was we signed Jake Kumerow. Jake Kumerow's coming back to the Bills. He's probably going to be a core special teamer.
I love Jake.
Maybe he gets his opportunity to run with the offense a little bit. I mean, they call him Touchdown Jesus. So we'll see how that plays out.
I love Jake, Rick. I do, man. I love Jake. I think he's
you big fan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Jake, bro. I think he's got talent, man. You put him on the line and see what he can do, bro. I think he's got potential to be the 3 or 4.
Damn. Well, I mean, listen, we're gonna get into you just said the 3 or 4, and you already triggered me with that 3 or 4 chat, because there are some folks that feel that with the 25th pick, I'm not even gonna go there just yet. I'm gonna put 25 on my piece of paper right now, because I'm gonna talk about that a little later. Now somebody just asked a question about Khalil Mack. Who's more expensive, Khalil Mack or Chandler Jones? Well, Khalil Mack is owed $17 million a year. And
he's crazy expensive.
That's a heavy bag. That's a heavy bag. But man, Khalil Mack would have been nice on this team, man. My goodness, that would have been a difference maker.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. So Evan Engram potentially coming to, I mean, I don't want to say potentially coming to Bills, but there's some interest from Bills and Evan. Who knows if we can make that work money wise and kind of get that splash going, man. We got to keep that fastball. And I think we keep that fastball in a way where it takes the double team away from Stephon Diggs. And you've got to pay attention to a guy like Evan Engram. And if he comes on the squad, man, problematic. So Ken Dorsey's going to have his hands full. Hopefully we can make something happen with that. So that being said, so we touched on Chandler Jones. We touched on my man, our guy, DeShaun Watson, Evan Engram, Khalil Mack going to the Chargers. Now we got to get specifically back in on our team. And that's the Buffalo Bills and the linebacking crew. For those that are paying attention to the series, we are doing a series called are you part of the process or are you a problem? It's a process or a problem. This is the 4th installment, and we're gonna get right into it, man. So the linebacking crew, right?
Yeah.
It's not a big crew, right? And there are some names that are out there that we are familiar with, but not a whole lot of people are familiar with, right? So let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the obvious. We're going to start with Matt Milano. Milano, I mean, I think we both agree that he is all the way process. The man out of Boston College was a former safety turned linebacker, so he's got oily hips. He can turn with the best of them. He can cover. You know what I'm saying? He can blitz. You feel me? And he's a pretty solid tackler. On top of that, I know he's had some big misses in his day, but at the end of the day, very good linebacker. And I mean, they proved it to us when they gave him a big contract last year. So shout out to my man Matt Milano. Your thoughts on Matt Milano? You feel good about Matt Milano? Is he one of those guys that give more time, man, this guy's gonna be a straight Pro Bowler, all pro type of linebacker, or is he just a serviceable linebacker?
Oh, he's far away from a serviceable linebacker. Like to me, Matt Milano is a dude. Like I love Matt. He's tremendous. If you look at him on the field with the Bills guys, to me, he's the best linebacker on the field. Milano has got skills. He can diagnose plays. He's quick to diagnose in the run game. He can cover. He can blitz. The dude is it, man. And there's a reason why the Buffalo Bills paid him what they did. And I'm just glad that we were able to get him on a discount, because if that guy got out of Buffalo and actually like really decided to I'm gonna test the market and just like get out there, he would have gotten paid even more. So the fact that he chose to be here with Buffalo Bills says a lot about the culture of the team. But man, Milano is that dude, all day, every day process.
Done. And you meant to me, and you said it best, process all the way. And here's the deal, man. Milano, the fact that he's so versatile, and you hate it and you love it at the same time when hearing the word versatile, because you hear it so often that coach wants everybody to be versatile, to play this, that, and that, the third. But with Milano, the fact that you have a guy that can cover, right? You can put him on a running back, you can put him on a little slot. He has the ability to cover, and he has no issues going in and getting dirty and getting tackled.
Oh, he blows some stuff up.
He's a hell of a blitzer. He's a hell of a blitzer. So to me, Matt, like, you can build with a guy like Matt Milano, and that's the way I look at it. You build with a guy like Matt Milano. So to me, he is process all the way. We ain't even talking about it. Okay. We're gonna move on to the next one. Andre Smith, right? Andre Smith, special teamer, outside linebacker, inside linebacker. I mean, to us, we don't really have outside, inside linebacker. You were just a linebacker in that nickel defense, right? So that being said, special team ace thumper, came out of Texas, not fleet of foot. He ain't gonna beat you with speed. But you let him put his helmet on your ass, he will kill you. You know what I'm saying? That's he puts snot bubbles. That's what he's gonna make you get. You know what I'm saying? He will knock the black out for you. So that's how. So for me, special teams, this is where he comes in, right? And I feel it over time. Matakevich is gonna be the one that gets the axe, in my opinion.
I tend to agree with you on that, Reed. Like you can't overstate the importance of special teams.
Thank you very much.
Right. So I mean, this is a three-phase game. Like, I mean, I know we like to pay attention to the offense and the defense, but special teams is crucial to these games. And you want to make sure you keep your core teamers like in place. And so a guy like Andre Smith, man, like he's a great guy for the special teams unit, and we cannot get rid of that guy. Like he's really good for what he does on the team process, man.
And I'll take that, man. And we're paying him a little hefty. I mean, he's got over $1 million, so he ain't cheap. He definitely ain't cheap. But you know what? I'll take him on the squad, man. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Next on there, we got Tyrel Dodson, the newly signed
baby
Tyrel Dodson. Now, here's the thing about Tyrel Dodson. I like Tyrel Dodson. Thumper. He brings the energy. You know what I'm saying? With more time on the field, I really think that he can have a nice career in the NFL. More specifically with the Bills. He's got youth on his side, and what I love about it, he's got the hunger. Like he's a thumper. He will hit you.
Right.
That's the one thing that I do like about Tyrel Dodson. With more time, I think he could be a very good pairing. I mean, dude, when I think there was at one point, I think it was Milano that was out, or Edmunds, I can't recall. But Tyrel Dodson came in and he was great.
Balling. Yeah.
Yes, he was playing extremely well. So I can see why the team decided to bring him back on a 1-year contract. And it's very interesting that they bring him back on a 1-year contract. You know what I'm saying? And
Come on, man.
We'll get into that in just a moment. But
I know where you're going, Rick.
It's very interesting that bring him back on a 1-year contract, because it allows, you know what I'm saying, him and somebody else to see how y'all do this year, and we'll see how one individual completes the year, and if there's truly the trust in Tremaine Edmunds, which we're gonna get into in just a moment. So for me, process 1,000%. Tyrel Dodson,
I'm with you.
He's doing his thing, and I love it. Joe Giles-Harris, right? Young buck Joe Giles-Harris. I mean, at the end of the day, core special teamer. You're not going to see him get much on the playing field. To me, it's about the funds. And when it comes to the funds, he's cheaper to keep than you would a Tyler Matakevich. So to me, Joe Giles-Harris, we're going to keep him as process. That's what we're going to do. But which gives me the transition to Tyler Matakevich. Now, Tyler Matakevich, last year, I think he took an extension, or I'm not sure what they did. They restructured, or
I think they restructured him.
I think they restructured him. They restructured him last year. So they kicked the can down, right? But now, this is it. I think this might be the end of the road for Tyler Matakevich. I could be wrong. I know they value special teams, and they grabbed him from the Steelers because he was a core special team guy. Big Red, they call him Big Red because of his red hair. Do you think they bring him back? Now, we saved $2.5 million if we cut him. But does it bring enough value to the team where we're like, we'll eat that $2.5 million?
Look, man, you got to bring Tyler back, man.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, man, like we can't say we value special teams and then like cut these dudes who are core special teamers. You know, like Tyler Matter, bro, like Big Red, like he's an animal on the special teams unit, along with him and Saran Neal and the other guys. I think that we can't overstate how important it is to have him on that squad. And if you and I don't think it's just as easy as we may think it is just to replace him for saving a couple of mil. I think at the end of the day, man, we have to. We don't want to create too many holes that we don't want to create more holes than we already have, right?
Excellent.
And so for me, I'm signing them, even if it's maybe a 1-year deal, bring him back on the cheap, just to kind of bridge them until we can find somebody else to kind of step in there. But for $2 million, like at the end of the day, it ain't really that's chump change. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm bringing it back for that.
Wow. Okay, $2.5 million. You're gonna bring him back for that. See, and
I'm bringing Tyler.
Completely different. I'm looking at they just brought back Saran Neal. You got Andre Smith. You know what I'm saying? You've got some. They just signed Jake Kumerow, special teamer. You got 2.5 million tied up in the linebacker position. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep him. They might have to move on from him. But I like what you said though. If we emphasize how important all three phases of the game, and he's one of our best guys on the team. I think he's one of the captains on the special teams. I could be wrong, but he's an integral part on the special teams.
Very integral.
Keep him. But money talks. And if we need money to make room to get that star player that we need to get, or at least that one splash player, make some cuts. You're going to have to cut people that you don't want to cut. Brandon said it himself, man, this is the worst part of my job. I hate it. Well, guess what, big boy? Put your big pants on, and you got to handle business. You got to cut. Now, the real question is Tyler Matakevich process or problem? And Rev?
Bruh. He's processed to me, man. For me, he's processed. Like I love him, dude. I do, man. I like Big Red, man. I like the energy he brings. I like what he does and the leadership he brings onto that team. So that can't be overstated. Along with him, Saran Neal, and the other guys that we talked about, Andre Smith. Like those guys are great together, and you want to keep those guys together as much as you can. I know that he has to make some tough decisions, right, with the cap situation. But man, if you can keep those pieces, man, like I think those pieces are important, man. I don't think we can just like say, all right, you're getting cut because we got to make some room over here. I think he's got a lot of value. Other places, other players, we may be able to just make that decision a lot easier.
Fam, 2.5 mil we save. 2.5 mil.
I get it, Rico. I get it, man. But look, come on, man. Like,
and you know what? For me, for the sake of, I want to be able to keep these players because they're core team players, and he's been on the team for a couple years now. But money talks, and if we can move on from him at 2.5 mil, and we need to get under the cap, he's one of the guys that I'm letting go. You gotta go, fam. Sorry, but you gotta go because I got Giles-Harris, I got Andre Smith, I got Saran Neal, I got Jake Kumerow, and we're gonna have a bevy of other guys that are on there. They might even bring back Taiwan Jones, you feel me? So listen, man.
Taiwan's up there. Taiwan's like 30-something years old.
I know he is, but you know what? He doesn't touch the field until he's on special teams, and he's a core member of the special teams team. So to me, part of the problem, Big Red, no disrespect, but I think he's going to be you're just a cap casualty.
He may be one, but I don't know, man. I'm rooting for him.
I know, man. I'd like to keep everybody. You can't, baby. You can't keep everybody, man. So for me, Tyler Matakevich, see ya. 2.5 mil. We got to let you be, man. We got to let you go, and then we got rookie guys coming in. We have 9 picks. We got 9 picks. We will find your replacement at a cheaper rate and a cheaper deal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it at that. Next on the list. Are you ready for it? I don't know if you're ready. All right,
I've
man.
been waiting all night.
Let's get right into it, man. Tremaine Edmunds.
No.
Tremaine Edmunds, 5th-year option picked up. Right. And there was one rumor out there that there could be potential trade between the Steelers and the Bills. I don't know how true that is. Probably a lot of BS. Who knows? Right. But it's out there. It's out there in the universe. But Tremaine Edmunds is coming back. And coaches love him. Right. They know he has youth on his side, which I completely hate that I keep saying it because you're 4 years into the league.
Come on, man. Talk about that.
He got youth on his side, and he's got potential. He still hasn't cracked his potential. He's still got that baby. You know what I'm saying? He's still got that babiness in him. So let him become a grown man, and then he'll eventually get into his role. But we're going into year 5.
Yes.
Right? No talks of extension. So you're just gonna let him play his year 5 and say salute to you. And here's the way I look at it, right? Matt Milano is being paid what, $12 million? You think that Edmunds is gonna sit here, y'all, just give me $6 million and we'll call it a day? Hell no, he ain't looking for that. He says if Milano gets 12, I want 12. So you got
at least
$24 million tied up in linebackers on your squad. And are they difference makers? Are they impact makers enough that you have two $12 million dudes on your squad at linebacker? I don't know. Now, is he part of the process this year? Yes, I believe he is. Unless we're shocked completely with a trade or whatever the case is. That's the only way he's leaving. But I think they like him enough that they will keep him. Now, the question is, and he's part of the process, but the question is, are they going to give him a long-term deal before the season? Rev.
Oh, man.
Long-term deal, Tremaine Edmunds. Is he deserving? I'm gonna ask you. It's a two-way type of question. Is he deserving of a new contract, or do you feel like he hasn't earned it, man? Until I see him play the full year and he proves that he needs to get that deal, I ain't paying him until next year. But next year, you're on the hook with everybody else, so you have to make a decision on re-signing him right now because you wait till next year. I mean, he may give you the opportunity to get first crack. Who knows? But what are you doing, man? Is he worthy? Are you paying him?
Oh, man.
And everybody in the chat right now,
what they saying, Rick?
Tremaine Edmunds.
Yeah.
Are you paying him? Because you got to pay him just as much as Milano.
You have to pay him at least as much as Milano. At least. And I don't think he's going to take a discount. He's not going to take a discount.
Hell no. Why would he?
He's not going to. And look, I'll say this much about Tremaine because I've got a lot to say about him, man. And I'm kind of like, I'm not really on the fence. I'm not really on the fence. But look, Tremaine Edmunds, he's a good linebacker. I'll say that, okay? But on this team, now you had mentioned, Rick, will Bean be able to pay him and Milano? Now, they did it in Carolina, but they had Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis, okay? And you'd mentioned about, well, do we have impact linebackers? That's the key. Like, is Tremaine Edmunds an impact linebacker that can justify that type of contract alongside of Matt Milano? In my opinion, no. He is not that dude. And look, I'm gonna say it like this, guys, because you got me all in my feelings, man, and all fired up. Look, I like Tremaine Edmunds. The guy has traits for days, 6'5", 250. The guy runs a 4.5. He's got arms like a pterodactyl. He's got all of the traits, right? Yep. But the problem for me with Edmunds is that after 4 years, going into 5 years, he still looks like he did in many ways when he first came out of college. Like, I would be okay if we saw some type of development, some type of, like, this guy's getting better. Like, we've got this trajectory. We can see it, like Josh Allen, right? When he was a rookie, he was making this kind of stuff, right? And then he kept the moniker, Sugar High Josh. But after every year, he progressed and got better. And you're like, no, this guy's this dude, right? But for me, Tremaine Edmunds, he has flashes here and there, but it's not consistent enough for me. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, look, Tremaine Edmunds is an off-the-ball linebacker, and the problem with Tremaine is that, the D-line in front of him, if we had a one tech in front of him who was, two-gapping and all this kind of stuff, well, then Tremaine would be free. That's not even his instinct. Like, Tremaine as an instinctual, that's not even his MO. That's like not part of his DNA to be that type of thumper.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I totally get everything you're saying, man. And here's the deal. This is what people are saying. He would be a different player had we had a one-tech individual. Last year, you had every right to say that because Star Lotulelei took the year off. You had a guy that was undersized and playing out of position in Ed Oliver, and we all understand that. what I'm saying?
And Quinn
We also
Jefferson
had
too was in there. Yeah.
Harrison Phillips was hurt, you know what I'm saying, and not fully himself,
Right.
and out. So there was a lot of things that played into factors. So this year, it was like, don't worry, Starlet Tule is coming back, and there we're gonna get a different Tremaine Edmunds. But we didn't. And I'm not saying he was horrible. It's not at all that. It's just that I wouldn't say plateaued, but he's just okay. He's playing
Right.
well, right? I think
Right.
he gets overly scrutinized. Personally, he's got his flaws, but I think he gets overly scrutinized. And here's, I think, what it comes down to at the end of the day, right? Are you impactful enough on this defense?
Yeah, man. That's it. That's it.
Is the Bean McDermott, you know what I mean, squeezing a circle into a square hole? I think is that the saying?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Square into a circle peg, or whatever the case is. Is that what's happening right now? Or are they just going through the motions? Right? We'll let him do his 5 years. And if he doesn't show us anything, we'll just say move on with life. Right.
Look, they had no choice but to pick up his 5th-year option, right? They really did. I mean, he's
You
a
had
first.
to.
They drafted him. They traded up for him in the first round, right? So they had to do that. And here's my thing: if you're on that side of the fence where you're like, well, we got to get a one tech in front of him. Well, he had Star, he had Harry. You know what I'm saying? And how much difference has it really made? So you're saying, all right, well, this is going to be the year. We need to get like Jordan Davis, and the guy's going to blow up, and all of a sudden he's going to be that dude. Look, for me, we have seen 4 years of Tremaine Edmunds. Look, here's the issue, man. Look, it's like this. I would be okay if we saw from Tremaine Edmunds times when he would just blow stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. We may not have like that dominant one tech, whatever, who two gap, and he can just like come downhill. I would be okay if Tremaine would just go and blow stuff up. But he doesn't do that. He sits. He still makes those same mistakes. These are some of the mistakes that he makes. Rick. All right. So look, he misdiagnoses plays. Right. He over pursues in the run game. He makes a lot of false steps at the snap. And what I mean by that is, you see these linebackers, specifically Tremaine Edmunds, when the ball is snapped, he's already sucking in. Like he's already taking a few steps in and committing before he even like recognizes what's going on. At that time, he's already caught up in the trash. And then you let an offensive lineman get on him, and he just gets his 6'5", 250-pound frame. He just gets thrown away like a rag doll, and he can't do anything about it. And then there's times where he sits back like trying to figure, okay, which hole am I going to go through? You know what I'm saying? Like, blow some stuff up.
Thank you.
Just blow it up. I don't care if you're wrong, but if you're going to sit back there and wait, and you know you don't have that dominant one tech who's going to be able to two gap, you're going to be losing anyway. So you might as well pick a hole and just smash it. Just blow it up. Do something. But I don't see that from him. And that's what's frustrating about me, because he's got all the talent, all the traits in the world. But the dude he's just missing that come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want out of my middle linebacker. And I'm not seeing it out of Tremaine. We've got to wait till this year's over with, right? But even at the end of this year, suppose Tremaine all of a sudden has this resurrection of a career, right? And he becomes that dude. Are you still going to be willing to pay him what he's going to be looking for based upon 1 year of production in a contract year? Like, to me, that's still not enough. So,
and I'm so glad you brought that up, because I'm scrolling through, because I'm gonna blow your mind, if you will, because he gets a lot of scrutiny, and we're talking about Tremaine Edmunds here. He gets a lot of scrutiny, but one of our, I think it was Alex Peck, one of our writers, had a nice article, and in that article, there were linebacker grades, right? And in those linebacker grades, Tremaine Edmunds is actually one of the top rated linebackers in the game. And you've got some really good linebackers in the mix, but fam, he's up there. So are we overly scrutinizing Tremaine Edmunds? We expect so much from this guy that we just can't seem to get out of our own way. And that's what it feels like. That's what it does feel like. And I feel like people just are too harsh on Tremaine Edmunds. But it comes to the point where you're like, well, we got to make a decision, damn it. Because we can say all the things we want to. He's ranked about here, ranked there. But when it really comes down to it, you gave, with no hesitation, you gave Matt Milano money. You said, we want you back. We ain't letting you go 12 mil.
Right.
You bringing this man back on a five year. Now, we could be wrong. 2 weeks from now, we got a mega deal and Tremaine Edmunds is signed to the team. Then we got to shut our mouths and keep it moving. But that's two big contracts at linebacker.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money, and I don't really have I don't necessarily have a problem with it, man. And look, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan regardless, right? So if they sign Tremaine and I'm gonna get behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want him to succeed. I want him to succeed. I want the Bills to succeed. You know what I'm saying? I want the best for him, but I just there's some things missing in his game that I just don't see. And granted, maybe we could be just like being too hard on him. It could be the case. It could be a lot to do with the fact that we traded up for him in the first round and we expect so much out of him. But I don't know. When I look at other middle linebackers, like look at Devin White. You know what I'm saying? Like
do you like Devin White?
I love Devin White.
You love Devin White. You're
love
big
Devin White.
Devin White. All right, cool. What about Devin Bush? Are you a fan of Devin Bush?
Nah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. What about Fred Warner?
I like Fred.
Fred Warner, he can play,
Fred.
right? All right, let me blow your mind a little bit.
You about to rank him. I know you got him ranked.
Okay, so right. So we're looking at the run defense advanced stats.
Yeah.
Advanced stats, right? For those that are into that type of stuff, I'm not. But for the sake of this argument, I'm gonna bring it up, right? Advanced stats, missed tackle rate. Mm-hmm. Okay. The missed tackle rate, and look at I'm going to name you names. In random order. All right. You got Devin White. You love Devin White. You got Miles Jack. Miles Jack. All right. Bobby Wagner. Everybody's all about Bobby Wagner right now. Yo, where's Bobby Wagner? There's like 10 teams ready to sign Bobby Wagner right now. Right. Levante David, Fred Warner, Denario Davis, Devin Bush, Raekwon Smith, Tremaine Edmunds. I randomized, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Missed tackle rate. Number one on that, the last person on that list is Devin White, 15.5%, ranked 54th. All right.
Yeah.
The best tackling linebacker in the game is Darius Leonard. We all know that.
Oh, Darius he's a beast.
A beast.
Yeah.
You know who's second place?
Don't say that, man.
Tremaine Edmunds, I'm telling you. So, like, are we being too harsh on Tremaine Edmunds, right? Let me move on to another stat.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Come on.
Right. Stop percentage, him getting stops, because that's the one thing that we always say, man, he don't get enough stops. He don't this, that, and the third. All right. By the way, might I include Matt Milano was on that list I told you about, and he was second last on that list to Devin White. He was just above Devin White at 10.5%. But we love Matt Milano. Ain't that crazy? All right.
Let me
move on.
Come on,
right?
man. Yeah.
Stop percentage. Number one on the list. Darius Leonard at 8.6%, right? Ranked 11th in the league. Guess who's second place to that? Minus 7.6%. Tremaine Edmunds, right? Last on that list, Devin Bush. You feel me? Let me keep going. I got one more for you. Average depth of tackle, right?
Come on now. This is where it's at.
Right?
Yeah.
Last on this list is second last is Miles Jack, right? Middle of the pack, Bobby Wagner at 3.6 yards, right? Darius Leonard, number one. That boy's just a beast. Darius Leonard's number one. Matt Milano is number three. Guess who's right underneath him? Tremaine Edmunds. Fam, top five in average depth of tackle. So he's doing something right, but we are just too damn harsh and too damn critical of this man. So, but it still brings us to this question. Are you willing to pay him $12+ million next to Milano for years to come at that linebacker position?
And that's really what it boils down to, Rick. We're all gonna have our opinions about him, and to me, when I watch him play, there's still a lot that's left to be desired, right? Out of Tremaine, but I just can't see them justifying paying that kind of money, for Tremaine Edmunds. I just can't. If they decide to do it, fine, kudos to them. I'll get behind it, but he's just not impact enough for me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
That's why we're put in this tough position, right? So, problem or process?
He's processed right now for this year. He's processed right now for this year, but he's a problem for me going forward.
Damn,
he's a problem for me going forward, man. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
and
there's a good linebacker core coming out this year in the draft.
Listen,
there's a lot of good linebackers this year that are coming back, and I would rather check some of those guys out and put them in a rookie contract and kind of see what I can get out of them, rather than having to put so much money into Tremaine Edmunds plus Matt Milano, when there's a lot of these guys who have the same type of athleticism and skill set as Tremaine Edmunds does.
And I'll break this down to you. Let me read my man Ismail Manero. He goes, if 21 and 23 ain't worth 50 mil, 49 isn't either.
Oh,
I got you. I got you. So I was gonna say this though. When it comes to paying Tremaine Edmunds and paying all these cats, it's gonna come down to a time where Bean's gonna have to make a decision. At one point, one way or another, he's gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah.
do they see him part of this process? Now, here's the thing about Bean and McDermott. They are somewhat stubborn. And by stubborn, I mean, I drafted this guy, so I'm going to try to get all the return on my investment.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
In the second round, Cody Ford, I'm going to make sure I get every last cent that I can from you. I'm going to get a new offensive coach, and he's going a new offensive coordinator. I got to get a new O-line coach. He's going to coach your ass until you get it right. So he's not giving up. And I bring this up because if these guys drafted Tremaine Edmunds in the first round, they moved up for him.
Yeah.
How do you think they're gonna just move on from a man like that? Yo, we moved up for your ass. I want to return. I want every penny from you. But,
and here's a way that they can get a return on that investment, because there's a trade market. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? So like, you've developed him for 4 years on a rookie contract. You're paying his 5th year option. You have to do that, right? You're investing 5 years of development into this guy, right? Yep. But if somebody comes knocking on the door, hey, it's Tremaine for sale.
Who is it?
Right, yo. Hey, this is the Joe Shane with the New York Giants.
What's up, man?
Hey, what are you guys gonna do with Tremaine? I know you got a 5th year option in him, but you know, I feel like he's not in your long-term goals, plans. How much is it gonna take for me to get him off your hands?
Well, what are you doing with Saquon?
Hey, everybody's for sale, baby. Everybody's for sale. What you talking about?
So what if you gave me Saquon? Toss me Evan Engram.
Okay.
I'll give you. Would you take this trade? And I'll give you a 4th rounder and Tremaine Edmunds.
So you mean to tell me that I just got to give you Evan Engram, Saquon Barkley, and I get Tremaine Edmunds in the 4th rounder?
Fuck that. I'll give you. No. I give you too much. I give you too much. I might give
if I'm the Giants, I'm taking it all day.
But I get you. There's gonna be a decision. Decisions got to be made.
But like, these decisions got to be made, and I'm telling you, I'm not like, if I'm Bean, I'm answering the phone. Hey, what's up? Oh, for real? Word? Yo, I'm taking it. If anybody comes at me with a good deal for Tremaine right now, I'm taking it, fam. Like. Because that's the way you can get your return on your. You may not get a 1st round pick. You may. It depends on who's desperate, right? But there's a lot of teams out there who like Tremaine, and so
you know what though? I just feel that they love him too much. I don't think they're going to do anything about him. I think they actually truly love this guy. They want to make it work with him. As we could feel any way we want to, but they like this dude, man. I think they're going to try to make it work with him and go from there. So. I say he's part of. I mean, we both agree he's part of the process.
He's
part of the process, and we're gonna leave it at that. So that being said, I mean, shoot, you never know, man. Saquon straight up just for Edmunds, maybe that could happen. I mean, we've done it before. LaShawn McCoy for Kiko Alonso. We never thought something like that would happen. That surprised the heck out of us.
Yeah,
so
facts.
Never know. So process. You know what I'm saying? Tremaine Edmunds. I mean, that to me, that's a no-brainer. I think we need to win it this year, man. We have the pieces, man. So another year under the belt, another year under, you know what I mean, McDermott, another year under Frazier, new linebacking coach in Young Babbage, Babick, or however they pronounce it. Maybe that is the difference. Who knows? I mean, we're gonna find out what really goes down, and we'll see what happens, man.
And if they're gonna keep Tremaine, they better invest in this defensive line. They better. I'm talking about. They better bring some dogs on that defensive line this year, whether it's free agency, trading, or the draft. They better do something. They can't go into the next year the same defensive line as they had last year, and then say, "Oh, we're gonna pay Tremaine." This is not gonna happen.
You can't do that. You can't do that. So that's it for the linebacking crew. All right. So for the most part, we're keeping pretty much everybody on this squad. I mean, we went head to head with Tyler Matakevich. I don't feel like he's gonna. I think he's gonna be off the team.
You don't think he's gonna make it?
Cap casualty. It's just what it is. Especially with them bringing back Tyrel Dodson. So I think that that's what's gonna end up happening. But for the most part, I mean, we don't keep many linebackers. We keep most of our guys on the D line because we rotate the heck out of these guys.
Oh man, can we talk about that? Oh, bro, no, that's like another show.
Well,
rotating. This concept rotating on the D line.
Well, listen, this plays it perfectly because listen, we're trying to bring in a guy like Chandler Jones to the squad. Let me tell you about Chandler Jones, right?
I'll say it.
I'm looking at Chandler Jones, right? I'm like, okay, with the way that, and I sent this in the group chat, with the way that McDermott runs his defense with the rotating of the guys and all that stuff. I'm not even gonna get into it because you guys already know how I feel about it. Keep your dogs on the field. That's just the way I feel about it. But looking at Chandler Jones, and I was looking at his snap count, he was on the field on average at least 75% of the time, 75 to 80% of the time he was on the field. How would you pay this man to only take him off and have him play 60, to play less? I just can't see it happening.
That's not happening, man.
Why would McDermott why would he even bring on a guy like that if you're just going to keep rotating guys and not letting your dog stay on the field? That's the infuriating part for me.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky one. So if Chandler Jones comes in, he's got to realize we rotate a lot. Yeah. And you're not going to get the playing time that you got over there because we like to keep everybody fresh. So he'll make a decision.
But at the same time, though, Rick, that could, you know, be a selling point for Chandler because, you know, he is 32, right? He could be like, you know, hey, so I get a chance to kind of still get that money a little bit and then kind of take some snaps off a little bit, you know what I'm saying, on my body. Okay.
Let's keep that same energy. You all right? I'm going to save a little bit of my money. Save my energy and save my body. Cool, right? But there are incentives. You need to play X amount of snaps for you to get X amount of dollars, right? Yeah. So you're not about to bench me or take me off the field. I need to play in my contract. I need to pay 80% of the snaps. If you got me playing 75, we got a problem because
we're gonna be fighting. We're gonna be fighting. Yeah.
Put your dukes up.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to put that in his contract. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, he has to get on the field. A guy like Chandler Jones, you're not going to just say, "Hey, man, you know, we're going to put you on the sideline. You 50% of the snaps." That's just not happening. It's just dog. You put him on the field, and when he was like, "Hey, coach, I need a breather," you know what I'm saying? Like that's when you take him off. But until then, keep that man on the field.
That's exactly how I feel about it. Shout out to my guy Maybach Mel Sac Passé, my Haitian dog. What's happening, man? So here we go, man. We had it. Hold on. We got my man Namdi in the building. What up, Namdi?
What's up, Namdi?
I have a conspiracy theory. He says, you think the excess substitution is to reduce sacks, forced fumbles, etc., so that his compensation is lowered by subsequent deals? I don't know if it's that deep. Yeah. I think it's just McDermott. I like to keep my guys fresh. I need that pressure rate to be high. If you're gassed and you're tired, you ain't gonna put pressure on the quarterback. So I need these guys to get going after the quarterback. I think it's simple. I don't think it goes any further than that. Good conspiracy theory.
Philosophy.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's that deep, my brother. I don't know if it's that deep. Ismael Manero, he comes in and says, he needs to play less fresh Chandler, beast Chandler.
Yeah.
Hey, but fresh Chandler wants money Chandler, right?
Yes,
right. Chandler bing, biggity bing is what he's going to want. He's going to want to get that money. So we'll see how that plays out. Amy Wagner says, ouch. She goes, ouch. I love Edmunds. He's got a lot on his plate as a communicator. Fans don't realize move him around to stretch his strength. I've said that before, to move him around and get him on the line and do this and do that with him. Some people are like, he's a linebacker.
McDermott will never do that.
He doesn't do anything else but play linebacker. So I was shut down right then and there. So it is what it is. That's
so sad too, man, because he's got so much talent.
So we are an hour into the show, and it doesn't even feel like we're an hour.
No, man. We just get warmed up.
So we have one last topic to hit, and I'm passionate about this one, and I need interaction from the chat.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to get your opinion in this bitch, you guys know exactly what to do. You need my attention, just like Ismael Manero's been doing, man. He's been super chatting. I've been reading this stuff, and we go from there. Now, I had and I'm probably going through it right now, and I'm gonna just check my Twitter because this thing has been going on all damn day, right? So, and no disrespect to anybody. It's always good to have. I got like 20. You're not gonna be able to see it, but I got like 20 comments right now waiting for my ass. All right. So anyway, here's the situation. We are at the 25th pick. All right, 25th pick, not the 5th, not the 15th. 25th, pretty much like a early second round pick, if you will. I'm stretching, but you catch what I'm saying, right?
Yes, sir. Come on.
So you guys already know. You guys been following me for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Before I even get into this, smash that like right.
Smash that like. What y'all doing?
Don't do it for me. Do it for my homie over here. You know what I'm saying? He's a rook on the live show, and he looks like he's been doing it like a veteran for a long time. That's my guy, The Rev. Let's go. So here we go, folks. Smash that like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and you know what? Smash that little notification bell. I get you popping and ready to go. So here we go. Let me set this up for folks so they know what's going on, right? I'm a big fan of the running back position. So is my man Rev. and I was looking at some film and looking at the top running backs because I like our running backs. I do. I like Zach Moss. I just don't feel like he just was it last year. You know what I'm saying? The year before he gave us some things, but he just wasn't quite there. You feel me? I know you Rev is laughing, right? So
What was that he said, man?
There.
Hey, business decisions. What was that?
He's Mr. Business Decisions himself, right? And then
Man,
you got Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary is not a bad back at all. He's not a bad back at all. Is he limited here and there? Absolutely. But he's not a bad back at all. I love Devin Singletary. Don't get me wrong, right? But the run game overall lacked. It lacked. And we all know it. If you're gonna sit here and tell me it didn't lack, you can kick rocks. You're on the wrong show. Right. We watched the wrong season, right?
Absolutely.
So I had to set it up that way. So 25th pick. I'm looking at rookie running backs, and I came across this guy named Breece Hall. I absolutely love Breece Hall. I think he's legit. 6'1", 220, runs a 4.39, can catch out of the backfield. He will make you miss. He will hit up the middle. He will go out. Dude, he does it all. 3 down back. I'm like, man, I really like this guy. Then I asked a question on my Twitter. I was like, hey, what's the deal? Like, how do you guys feel about this 2-back system that we have? Are you okay with it? Are you okay to run it back with Devin Singletary and Zach Moss once again this year? Or would you consider Breece Hall in, at least, I didn't even put it specific. Would you consider going with a running back like this, Breece Hall, right? Most people thought I was talking about the 25th pick. So I said, you know what? Let's run with it. So the 25th pick for Breece Hall, would you do it? In my opinion, I don't have a problem with going with a 25th pick for Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Right? It gets me a 3rd down back. It gets me an impact back that can stay on the field all the time. I don't have to take him off. He catches out of the backfield. He pass protects. He will be Josh Allen's best friend. Right? I don't have to rush for 700 yards and 122 attempts, Josh Allen, to put everything on my back. I don't have to do that. Right? There are really good backs in this draft. Don't get me wrong. We were just specifically talking about this Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Right? So my man Bobby's like, running back in the 1st round? Hell nah. Thank you. I'm gonna keep that comment up. Now you
come on, Bobby.
Come on, man.
What's wrong with you, man?
So I went back to look at all the running backs that the Bills have ever drafted, right?
Yeah.
I went back as far as Thurman Thomas. I'm trying to remember to the top of my head right now, right? Rev, let me run. Let me run on this, man.
Run with it.
Rev, run. Let me run on this, Rev.
Run with it, brother. You got it.
Let me go.
Come on.
So, Thurman Thomas was the 1st pick. What was an 88? 2nd round pick, but he was our 1st pick, right? Running back.
Yes.
Thurman Thomas, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Right?
We didn't get him in the 4th. We didn't get him in the 5th. We didn't get him in the 6th. We got him in the 2nd round, right? Let me keep going. Willis McGahee, 1st round. Antoine Smith, 1st round. Good running backs. Running backs that help this team. Buffalo has always been a team that can run the ball very well, right? You feel me? And Bobby got me in my bag. So, you know what? I'm coming for you, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mask it for you, but I'm talking to some other people too. So Travis Henry, 2nd round pick, right? CJ Spiller, 1st round pick. Marshawn Lynch, 1st round pick, right? Who I'm missing one more that we drafted early rounds, and it's not coming to my head right now. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is the backs that we've ever drafted in the 1st round have had pretty good careers.
Yeah.
Had pretty good careers. You feel me? But that's the Bills' history on drafting running backs, right? Fred Jackson was a that guy's a unicorn. You don't really get guys like Fred Jackson like that. Yeah. That boy nice like that. But any back that we've had, they've always had success. So what's wrong with picking a running back at 25? We're not picking the running back with the 5th pick. We're picking him at the 25th pick. But we'd rather get a receiver. You'd rather take a receiver. If I'm going to grab something at the 25th, if it's not a running back, it's a defensive tackle, right? But I was merely talking about this individual himself at the 25th pick. Right. He's an impact player, not some guy that you're going to have to rotate in and out. Impact player. I would do that at 25. I'd rather do it in the 2nd round because that's where I feel more comfortable grabbing a running back. But I ain't sleeping on grabbing a Breece Hall because I remember last year, Najee Harris was considered possibly going to the Bills, and people were ready to jump on Najee Harris if he fell to the Bills, right?
Come on. Yes.
Let me keep going. We were going to take Travis Etienne if he fell to the Bills. There was talk about Travis Etienne. We were ready to jump all over that.
Ready.
CH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire went to the Chiefs. At pick 30. What was the pick?
The last pick of the draft. I think 30,
they love the fact. So I don't want to hear no nonsense that we can't pick. No,
come on, Rick. Drop the pin on him, man.
Cool, man.
Come on.
Can definitely pick a running back at 25 and we'll be just fine, right? We got 9 picks. We've picked defensive end at first round before. Remember Aaron Maben? Bust. Do you remember we picked Mike Williams, tackle? How did he pan out for us? You feel me?
Come on,
There's
man.
so many players you can pick early in the rounds, but you don't know if they're going to pan out. You just don't know. So to wait for, if you see you have a guy that can really change your team right now, you grab him at 25th. Now, do I want him at 25th and that's the guy? Not necessarily. Now, the one thing I'm opposed to, I really don't want is receiver. To take a receiver at the 25th pick, he's going to be behind Stephon Diggs in targets, most likely behind Gabe Davis in catches, and most likely behind Dawson Knox. So you want to take your 25th pick to grab a receiver that's going to be the 4th option on the team? To me, I disagree with that. I disagree. Rev, I talked enough,
bro. hey, man, hey. Y'all smash that like for my boy Rico, man. Hey, he killed it. Because look, I'm with you, Rick. I'm with you 100,000%, man. Look, I love running backs, and I don't care what people say. Look, they're like, hey, this is a passing league, and running backs are a dime a dozen. No, they ain't a dime a dozen. Okay, if you get a chance to get an elite level running back at 25. We're not talking about top 5, top 10. People want to say, hey, look at Zeke and look at Barkley. That was top 5 picks. We're talking about 25.
Thank you.
And this team is built to actually absorb that type of a quote-unquote luxury pick. You know what I'm saying? We're not drafting high in the round. We're drafting at 25, like you said, Rick, it's basically like an early 2nd round pick. So if you get a chance to draft a guy like Breece Hall, who, oh, by the way, I think he comps very closely to Jonathan Taylor. Look, remember last year, what was last year when he came out?
Go ahead.
41, right? Maybe it have been a couple years ago.
Ask the people the question.
Would you rather take Jonathan Taylor right now? Would you take Jonathan Taylor right at 25? If he was in this draft right now, would you take him at 25? Or would you be like, nah, I'm good, fam. I'm pass because we don't take running backs in the first round?
Forget about that. If the Colts said, I want your 25th pick, I'll give you Jonathan Taylor. I'm just making this up right now. They would never
give it to him.
You mean to tell me, nah, I'll pass on Jonathan Taylor. I'll wait for a receiver at 25. Man, bump that.
Man,
go forget it. Practice. You're a liar.
You're lying. Look, man.
I'm just out there.
Look, I'm just for real though. But give me Jonathan Taylor right now for pick 25. Okay, that's how good. Now the guy failed at 41 because people were sleeping on him, and I hate that the fact that we didn't even try to trade up for him. But nevertheless, I digress. If you have a guy like that at 25, you don't sit there and be like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna wait to the 2nd round and then try to trade up for him. Why are you going to try to trade up for him in 2nd round, waste assets when you can just get him at 25 and be chilling, be relaxed about it, okay? That guy is legit, man. But look, I get it. But, Rev, we got to get cornerback on this team. I feel you. But now look at this. The cornerbacks that could be available. Me neither. But when you look at the cornerbacks who possibly could be available at 25, we're talking about maybe like the 4th or 5th cornerback available because those guys, they don't last to 25. They're going to be taken early in the round. And so we're talking about the last of the first tier, maybe at 25. So you're going to be telling me you're going to get the 4th best cornerback at 25 over the best running back at 25.
And great point. And let me just, let me put a cap in this, and then we'll end the show. Like,
man, you got me.
Right? Right? I like Devin Singletary, and I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it a buck with everybody. I like Devin Singletary, right?
Yeah.
Devin Singletary is going into his 4th year, folks. He's done after next year.
Reek.
So what? You don't want to drop. We don't want to. Boy, please. So he's in his final year of his contract.
Yes.
And you want to go with Zach Moss for next year, fam? You have an opportunity right now to get a back for potentially 5 years if you get him in the 1st. The option to have him in the 5, but you don't want to do that now. This was hypothetically speaking, talking about the position, the 25th position and what you would take there. Now, do we have greater needs? I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
I would say defensive tackle is up there for us.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to fix the D-line.
If we can get an edge, I'm not mad at going back to get an edge, but it wouldn't make any sense because we did it 2 years in a row. We went AJ Epinesa, back to back, and then we went freaking Greg Rousseau and Basham.
Yeah, we're good. I'm good, fam.
Get another end
in
the draft. We can get one in free agency for crying out loud.
That's right.
Right? Corner, if anything, would make the most sense, but they got to be a bomb-ass corner at 25.
They got to be one of the top dogs.
But we might even trade for one, so we never know. Trey White, now, the big thing is Trey White is injured. He's not going to be 100% going back in, so you need someone that can jump in right away. So their cornerback spot definitely makes sense. But I'm not sleeping on running back. I hate when I hear, do not ever take a running back in the first round. Man,
oh, man, I get so mad at that, man. Bro,
that gets me going.
It gets me going too, man, because like these guys are not dime a dozens, man. Now, look, Breece Hall is phenomenal, man. Now, I agree with you guys on the cornerback position, but look, we have a lot of issues at the cornerback position, but I think Breen is going to address a lot of it in free agency. I think he's going to bring in a guy because this is how Bean operates. We know how he operates. He fills the needs in free agency as much as he can, so that way he can go in the draft and take BPA. So everybody talking about, oh, we got needs at cornerback. Free agency hadn't even hit yet. We have no idea what he's going to do in free agency. He could add a guy like Sidney Jones. He can add he can trade for a guy like James Bradbury. You don't know what he can do, but if he gets a guy in free agency to compete with Dane Jackson, that relieves the pressure off of him from having to reach and take a guy in the first round. He can go BPA, get him maybe later in the rounds, but go from a guy like Breece Hall. And I love, Rico, how you said the fact that Devin Singletary is entering his final year of the contract. Look,
nobody wants to talk about that.
Nobody wants to talk about that. Look,
on the Rico report,
come on, P. Yeah, look, bro. Look, the guy is in his last year of the contract. Now, granted, you may get a motivated Devin Singletary, but look, he is not RB1.
He's RB1 on the Bills.
He's RB1 on the Bills, yes, but he's not an RB1.
He's
not an RB1. I like Singletary. I like what he brings. He's nice, but he's not an RB1. And I think we have lowered the bar of expectations when it comes to running backs. You just give out a phenomenal list of backs who've been to the Bills, guys, and you want to tell me that we're going to settle for Devin Singletary and Zach Moss? Are you serious? Come on, man. What's wrong with you guys? We're talking about the Buffalo Bills, dog. We're talking about the Buffalo Bills. We run that ball.
Hey, let me get it.
Dogs, man. Come on, baby.
Rev it down. Let's bring rev it down. Rev it down, baby. Rev it down.
Bro, you got me fired up, Rick. Bro.
And I'm gonna just say this, though. Real talk. Jokes aside, right? You have everybody wants to talk about running backs. You don't want to grab a running back in the first round, whatever the reasons for. Just get him in the fifth. And then running backs are dime a dozen. So if you want to use that dime a dozen argument, draft your running back that you feel is the best guy, have him for 5 years. When he's worn and torn and all that stuff, you ship him off. You get your best 5 years out of your running back, and you go get another one.
Exactly.
If it's that easy for y'all to just go get one in the fifth, why don't you get the best one and have him for 5, and then we keep it pushing.
Right. What's the problem with that? Yeah, because you get him for 5 years, man, on a rookie contract. So you get the best back for 5 years, and then at the end of it, you just like, all right, we're good. And you think that? Do you mean to tell me that in 5 years the Bills ain't winning the Super Bowl? Come on now. In 5 years, we're gonna win that thing. So we ain't even gotta worry about it. Breece Hall get on this team for 5 years. Bro, we win 1-2 championships. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about, oh, they drafted Breece Hall in the first round. Please. We're gonna be holding that Lombardi Trophy in the 716, baby. And let me say this, Rick, before we go, because I know you trying to wrap it up. But let me say this real quick. If we're talking about, look, Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott had an issue with Brian Dable when it came to protecting Josh Allen. That's why they brought in Aaron Kromer, okay, an O-line coach who has a history of developing offensive linemen. They have a $200 million asset in Josh Allen, and you think for 1 second they're going to continue to let him run the ball for 700 yards a year and almost be the leading rusher on your team? Are you kidding me? That's not going to happen. They're going to bring a dog to relieve pressure off Josh Allen so he can be like, I ain't got to do this by myself. You know what I'm saying? They're going to protect him from himself, get a legit running back in here so he can hand the ball off, and let's see what happens. Miss me with all that.
Miss me please. With all that bull. That's exactly what Rev is saying. Yo, someone said Rev is on fire. Woo, woo. That's
Rico, man, pulling it out. Got me fired up.
First of all, we got to give Rev, you know what I'm saying, true props, because he came in first time doing a live show, and I had to bring him on. This is the proper way to bring him on so I can introduce y'all to my man Rev. He is going to be doing some pre-recorded shows right now. So we had the quick rapid fire Rev tonight.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
oh my mom, yo. That was that. I loved it. That was all about it. And then we got episode 2 coming out. When is episode 2 coming out, Rev? I'll let you speak on that.
Yeah. So we got episode 2 of Rated Rev coming out Monday. This coming Monday at noon Eastern. So you guys got to check that out, man. It's gonna be perfect timing for your lunch break. Because I know when you're on your lunch break, you know you're looking for content, you're looking for something to do. You're gonna pull out your phone, and be like, yo, I got to find something. Tune in to the Buffalo Fanatics, and you're gonna find me sitting there with my black face on there. Rated
That's
Rev
it.
episode number 2. That's how we do it.
I said,
Yes, sir. Yo,
get that man up. What's your follower count out right now? We can't have you low count, bro.
Who me? Yo, bro, I think I'm a little over 300.
We got to get him 1,000, fam. Let's get my man at least over 500 for tonight. By tomorrow, we'll get him to 1,000, and we'll keep it rolling. So,
yeah,
folks, that is our time, man. I listen, Rev. I don't know about you, but I had a good time, man.
Bro, I had a blast, man.
And this is what we bring in the off season, man. Like we had to retool, we had to do some things, but you know, we're tweaking so we can make sure that when the season comes around, we'll be ready to go full bore. And listen, man, there's no other way to put it. You know what I'm saying? So, Rev, other than that, man, where are people gonna be? Like, what, like your Twitter? Are you on any other social media platforms that people can find you at?
Yeah. So you can find me on Twitter. You see the handle right there at The Rev Rhodes, and you can find me on Instagram too. With the same handle, man. The Rev Rhodes on Instagram too.
Facts.
And we just gonna keep it popping, man. We're gonna keep it moving. Buffalo Fanatics. Yo, look, guys, look. Hey, smash that like and put some fire emoji. Put all that kind of stuff in the chat, man, for Buffalo Fanatics, because they are killing the game, killing the content creation game. I love the Fanatics. I've been with them for a while now. Just been chilling in the back seat. But yo, I love Buffalo Fanatics. I love what Rico's doing and the team and Pierre, all them guys. They are killing it, y'all. And we just going up.
But that's
all the way up.
All the way up, ladies and gentlemen. That is our time. You know what I'm saying? I told Wifey I was gonna be an hour, but you know what I mean, when the show is rolling, so I'm gonna wake that girl up. So
you already know.
How it is. Rev, you know, I know you're going on a trip tomorrow, so enjoy your trip tomorrow.
Appreciate
Folks,
that, man.
if you guys enjoyed this show, do me a favor, smash that like, follow my man Rev, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and press that notification button so you don't miss a beat. BF Network is the app that you should download. Do not waste time. And then tag us. Tag me, Rev, Buffalo Fanatics, my man Bobby, my man Pierre, the whole squad. Tag us. Let us know how you did in GMing. Are you trash at GMing? Do you know how to do it? We'll go from there, folks. So until next time, it's your boy Rev. It's your boy Rico. You guys have a great night. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yes, sir.
And until next time, baby. And we gone, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Rico Report, and we out. Let's go.
Go Bills.
Buffalo Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics, Buffalo, 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 Buffalo Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics. Hey yo, shout out to Rico, man. Shout out to the campaign and all the